High school. I am 12 and entering the 7th grade. And up until this point, my major love interests had been Mickey Mantle and I am embarrassed to say this, Pat Boone. But all that was about to change. As we exited the bus, there he was. Desert boots, pegged pants with that little buckle thing on the back, plaid shirt, rolled up sleeves, Ivy League button-down collar, curly dark hair. He is Tom Johnson. He is the student body president, and he is here to welcome us to junior high school. He is 13 and entering the 8th grade, and he is beautiful. Now, I would love to tell you that Tom and I embarked on a youthful romance, but that did not happen. I lusted after him from afar, and Tom, well, he was one of those guys who was cheerful and outgoing in the hallways, waving and saying hi to everyone, giving me just enough to keep the hope alive, but not any more than I could handle. He was perfect. And as the year progressed and my crush intensified, it was time for that big dance in the gym. And I went with a bunch of my girlfriends and we stood in a corner and giggled. And I danced with a few of my guy friends from grade school, but most of the time I kept my eye on Tom. And then they had that dance, the snowball dance, you know, where two people start dancing and then the music stops and then they pick new partners and then the music stops again and it continues until the dance floor is filled. Well, because he's the student body president, Tom gets to start and he picks some cute blonde and they start. And as I watch him, I realize that when the music stops, he just goes to this row of girls that's standing over here and picks the next one. So, without a word to my girlfriends, I go stand over there. And within seconds, I am in his arms. The gym spins, my heart pounds. We do not speak. He is touching me for 30 seconds. The music stops. Tom says, "Thank you." And I go back to my giggling girlfriends. Tom has made my evening. Tom has made my week. Tom has made my 7th grade year. Well, Tom goes on to high school. I go on to the 8th grade in a different high school, and life. 45 years later, the phone rings. I'm living here in Mill Valley, about 30 miles north of my childhood home. It's my mother. She lives at the Tamalpais Retirement Home in Greenbrae. She says, "Do you remember that guy, Tom Johnson, you were so crazy about in junior high?" It is a testament to the magnitude of my crush that my mother, now approaching 90, remembers this guy. Well, she says, there's a big article in the newspaper about him. You should read it. He's got a big, important job. Mom, I say, there's a million Tom Johnsons in this world. I am sure it's not the same guy. No, she insists, it's him. Go get the paper. I go get the IJ. I open it up. There's the picture staring back at me. The hair is a little grayer. There is less of it, but who could forget that grin? This is my Tom Johnson. 2 years later, it's the grand opening of the Mill Valley Community Center. It's a fun, festive evening. A lot of you were probably there. The wine's flowing, hors d'oeuvres are being passed, everybody's all dressed up. And I look good. It's a good hair day. I have a lot of makeup on. I like what I'm wearing. And aside from the name tag plastered to my chest, I think I look hip and skinny. So as I'm wandering around chatting with my friends, out of the corner of my eye, I see this man, and his name tag says, Tom Johnson. Wait, I said, I know you. I may have had a few glasses of wine. I know you. I was in the 7th grade, and you were in the 8th grade, and you were the student body president, and I had the biggest crush on you the entire year long. I am rambling. I cannot shut up. Tom is aghast, and finally he starts laughing. Finally, I calm down and we chat a little bit. We exchange information about our families and our careers. We even flirt a little bit. He tells me he remembers me, which is total bullshit. Finally, we say goodbye, hug, and wander off into the crowd. I cannot get the grin off my face. Later that evening, on the way home, my husband turns to me and says, well, you sure made a big impression on Tom Johnson tonight. You know him? Yeah, kind of. Well, what did he say? He just said you really made his evening. Happy to return the favor, Tom.